Hey, what's up? It's your boy BobbySapphire coming at you with another Star Wars Legion video. What? I know I haven't done a video in a while, but I haven't wanted to, so I didn't. And I just got back from a Lone Star Open where I finished in the top four and wanted to go over my top eight game, which was my only game on stream. It was a pretty exciting game. I think a lot of people watched it, and it was against a really great player, Kyle Dornbos, who's like, the best Legion player, arguably. And it was a really interesting game, and I wanted to go over, like I do on these That Things operational videos, my opening and first couple rounds, sort of like a plan for how I played my list. So, because of the heat in my office, it gets to be 95 degrees up there in the summer. I'm working on only one monitor. I think you can see my list here. So I'll go over it really quick. It's Lando with Recon Intel, R2D2, three naked Rebel Troopers, because I would never put any upgrades on a Rebel Trooper. Uh, two Wookiee units with Bowcasters and Tenacity. Commando Strike Team, like a sniper. And then a T-47 with Wedge and a Power Harpoon, and a fully kitted out bus with a Reckless Driver, the 3-die gun, Unorthodox Tactician, the Gong Droid, and Comms Jammer. Uh, Grand totaling 783 for a 17-point bid. I've been playing with a 9-point bid, but I cut the offensive pushes about 48 hours before the event to take the 17-point bid. I probably would have been happy with the offensive pushes, but the Tactician just really gets that done for me. So I got rid of him. And, I mean, the bid was really important. I was blue player all 6 of my games that I played. All 5 of my games, sorry, that I played. And in Swiss, a 9-point bid would have gotten me blue player in each of those games. But you don't take the bid for Swiss. You take it for Top Cut. So I'm glad that I did, because I had Kyle outbid by 2 points. I'm going to minimize that list now. Again, sorry, I'm working with one monitor here. So I have the stream going in 0.25. This is where they pick up the game. It's going so slow that I should be able to talk pretty openly about everything before anything even happens. And then once I get done with that, I'll increase the speed, and then we'll take a look at what the game looks like after turn 1, and then probably skip ahead to see what it looks like turn 2. So Bombing Run was in the first slot, and Kyle banned that. It ended up being Hostage in the second slot, which I banned. I think he banned Disarray. Either way, we're on Recover Battle Lines, and the last one was Fortified Positions. I just kind of put my barricades wherever. I didn't really think they mattered because of his B2 unit. He's playing Maul B2s, and his B2s have the Hadroid, which has Blast. The one thing that really I think was really bad was I put this barricade up here thinking I would infiltrate Lando onto this box and maybe move him up, depending on, like, at some point, to sort of like shoot shots late in a round to last first him. But it really hurt my Wookiees, so I ended up, which we'll see in a minute, like, deploy Wookiees here and scout them up, and really hurt my ability to climb over this building. And really, it might have boned me, and it might have just like been the medicine I needed to like not go over the building aggressively, because when coming up with a strategy for the day, like, I really didn't want to engage him turn 1, and I really wanted to make him come out before I engaged. So if you want to take a look at the recover boxes, there's one here, the middle one obviously, and then Kyle put one here and one here. Because he had these 2 beautiful buildings for his boxes, it was going to be really, really difficult for me to contest them. So I pretty much didn't even consider it. My first 3 deployments were a Rebel Trooper here, a Rebel Trooper here, and a Rebel Trooper here. And that's generally what I like to do is on battle lines, is put my Rebel Troopers in 3 different spots, knowing that if he goes one way, I will, converge the other 2 to either move them up or, send one around and one to the middle. This Rebel Trooper was getting the box. You see I have a sniper unit right here that I scouted up. I didn't want to put too much over here, but I had to do enough to not make him put any B2s on this side of the map. So I went Rebel Trooper, Rebel Trooper, Rebel Trooper, Sniper, Scout up. Oh, we're switching the view here. So this kind of gets cut off, but the Sniper scouted up, and I put a bus down, and I had this lane down the middle. But what I also had was the ability to reposition and go right or go left, which is what my main plan was to reposition and go left. I know there were some people that commented in the chat like they didn't like my bus position, and I think like as an X-Wing player, if I see someone line up like right across from me with an open lane, I'm like, they're not coming at me, they're going to turn. So to me, it was really obvious that I was going to do that and kite them. But I guess this is still a fairly new vehicle. As you can see, like Kyle just loaded this area up with B1s, B2s, the Maul droid, Maul. Like he ends up putting Maul here. He did not. So one thing that's really interesting is he didn't divulge. If he had divulged, I'm blue player. I go first. I would have put Lando somewhere close to this box so he couldn't box his Maul. I don't think I would have put Lando on the box, but in battle lines, this is so close that I can all in turn one, and he can waste a shot on me. And Lando's going to take like 1 or no damage, and then I'm going to claim and hide. And then if that all happened, I would have done like claim, hide, move the bus up, and run Lando behind the bus and create a screen with the bus and the Wookiees. So he didn't divulge, so I didn't need to create an infiltrate bubble. I also could have just like deployed Lando on this box, and that creates a bubble over this whole side of the map. But those were my options going in. So, I get a lot of deployments before I have to like really make any difficult decisions. 1, 2, 3 with the troopers, Sniper's always gonna like scout up next to a box, and then my bus, and then whenever I'm putting in the bus. So that gives me most of my list that I'm not revealing where it's going. Here, so I really like this scout. Actually, I'm gonna bump us up to 0.5 so we can get a little faster. Yeah, let's go 0.75. We can handle it. So I put the Wookiees here, and I scout them up behind this building at base contact so they could climb over if I needed it. Actually, I think now we can just go a little bit faster because I want to talk about my speeder deployment. And, I know his last unit, like, so he deployed Maul then, and then he's about to go with the DRK droids. He has a Sniper and the B2s left. And I have R2, Lando, and the speeder left. I'm trying to save R2 for last or close to last. And the speeder just before that. So these are all B1s over here, and it was like a B2 unit, a B2 unit, a B2 unit, B2 unit right around Maul. I really wanted to flank the weak side of these B1s and like get in somewhere like right here with the speeder and then just start like deleting B1s. But if I'd done that with just a Rebel Trooper and a Sniper and R2 on this side, he could have just left a B2 unit and just completely shut down this side of the game. So if we take a look at, put it on 2.0 speed. Okay, it looks like I just put R2 down. So I do reveal that that's where R2 is going. I think I must have wanted the speeder to go last. That's his T-series there. Yeah, so I guess I guess I can't go faster than this. I don't want to like jump too far ahead. Anyway, I guess I'll talk about some of my strategy. Yeah, so this is, all right, so I am going to try and place the speeder. You'll see, like, I'm going to fast forward it, but I go over a bunch of times. Even when I was, like, looking over options here, he's like, oh, you had me really excited for a minute. But I just couldn't leave this side open. So let me see if I can let me drop the speed down. And then fast forward a little. Oh, yeah, I'm still looking. All right, so I put the speeder here, which lets me either cut this way or cut this way. All right, so that's me putting my Lando down. So he's got recon intel. So while I can't, put him right on the box, I am able to just scout him onto the box. So Kyle puts his BX sniper here. And one thing that I was really surprised about is just how much bait he took on having this guy out. So first turn, I move these snipers up and claim, and he immediately like pops out and shoots one dead, which was fine for me because that let me come out with my rebel troopers and my speeder and move up my R2 pretty freely while other things shot the B2s. I mean the BXs. So I come up over this building and take out one, and then I start to sweep in for the cutback. He put his he's gonna put his last B2 unit over here. Let's go full 2.0. And then as the game progresses, he starts moving B1s and B2s up into this area to get his boxes. I think we can skip ahead quite a bit into the first turn. Oh, and then so these rebel troopers, they move up here, and eventually he moves so they move up and take a dodge. He moves B2s up, and then these rebel troopers, they just shoot B2s the rest of the game and roll crits all 4 rounds after this. I know, unfortunately, I ended up, we both standing orders. I did my speeder to not give away what it was doing. I drew these Wookiees, I think second, like I drew them pretty early. So I basically had to just pass with them. Because I was hoping to, maybe I should have standing orders to them, but with only 1 commander token in the bag, I thought it would be fine to possibly go late. But I wanted to keep it, also I did have to go first. So he was going to get last activation with Maul. Anyway, actually he doesn't order Maul, does he? I don't see the Maul order. Either way, I was like, if you come for this box, these Wookiees are going to come and get you. That was essentially the plan. So yeah, that's me moving up to claim that box and bait out his snipers so I could start shooting them. Unfortunately, they took a lot longer to kill. Like I had to waste 2 repairs on R2 and even play blast off on the 5th round, which was going to be the final round, to win it. He moved up in standby with all these things, and I don't know if that was to protect against the bus coming here, because if the bus does come here, then he just shoots it with everything. But I did not. I repositioned and went left. Let me see if I can find that movement. It's a pretty long first turn of the game. We did only get 5 rounds in. Yep. So you see, I reposition here and moved up. This is the end. This is like maybe a good place to pause or slow down because this is the end of the turn. You see my speeder is up here. It took out one of the BXs, and my plan now is to cut back. Maul is moving to the box. Actually, so this is I was cleaning up my order tokens, but Maul was his last activation, so Maul is moving up to get the box. Let's see where he ends up doing that. My Wookiees in the bus just passed. Those rebel troopers moved up. The rebel troopers down here moved up to essentially escort R2. Eventually, the sniper... actually, yeah, I keep the sniper unit back so I don't lose it. And the rebel troopers grab the box. And then the sniper pushes up to try and get back into the fight. Yeah, so Maul double moves to the box. So he... so I know he's going to play the Maul 1 pip at the start of the turn. And my plan is to make a priority play Sabotage Communications. Even though the text on it won't matter, it's more that I was making a 1 pip play. My other 1 pip is Blast Off, so I obviously can't waste that. Sabotage Communications also it doesn't let me order these Wookiees, which would be the most ideal, but I could come out with these Wookiees and at least take a shot. So just to recap, I'm gonna fast forward to the end of this turn, and stop there. But during this next turn, this is such a great view. The quality of this stream is really, really great. He moves his B2s up even further to start putting shots into the bus. My Wookiee unit here moves over so they can flank. My speeder flanks. The bus pivots to the other side of this tree and moves up. And the Wookiees get out and they take out a B2 unit. We soften them up a little with the bus. So we take out one B2 unit, and then the speeder comes around. We take out a second B2 unit. This B2 unit that you can see right here, that's the one that my rebel troopers end up shooting for the whole game. Like, they stay over here and don't do much. B1s grab the boxes and pull back. I was never in a really good position to make them drop a box because my whole idea was to just give up the center box and win on points 3-3, or make him drop a box late in the game. I mean, I did end up, so I send the Wookiees into like delete some B2s, and hopefully take out Maul, which is what I did. So, it's a nice unorthodox tactician roll for 3 aims, which is hot. And I probably should have went and did this earlier. But we'll get a good look at. This is probably my last activation of the turn. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, I haven't gone with the bus yet. But you see this flank that I come in with. Lando's already grabbed. Oop, that was me. Lando's already grabbed the box that was right here and moved all the way to that side. And what I do is I bring Lando out. Lando and the sniper finish off this BX droid while R2 moves up, and then they come in over to like basically where the speeder is at the end of the game to take out a T-Series that was hiding behind this building. Here I'm just like sliding. I had to move to get into range 3 of the BX droids, so I just did a partial move with my non-compulsory move. And we'll skip ahead just a little. There's Kyle's head. Alright, so here's me moving up the bus. Displacing my own unit. Kyle puts him out in the open. It wasn't ideal, but I mean, these rebel troopers take a lot of shots, and like, well, his B1s didn't really have much else to do. Like, the fact that his B2s were taking shots on these guys and stuff, and these guys just meant the things I actually care about aren't getting shot. Like, these rebel troopers aren't doing anything all game except being annoying. Like, these guys threaten to like come in and, I don't know, melee and tie up B2 so they can't move. These guys just continually, like, you see a wound there, they roll crits all the time. So we get 2 wounds through. We kill, so that bus shot takes out a B2 model. Oh no, sorry, we shot off a standby and killed 2 B1s here. That standby was gonna pop my Wookiees. I thought about letting it, because it's just 6 white and 3 black, which would have probably been light cover. I probably could have made it heavy cover, by coming out on this side and still having enough room to charge. Because that would turn on tenacity. So I thought about doing that. But I didn't. I ended up shooting off the standby. Oh yeah, so I just want to fast forward to the end of this turn and we'll be good. I don't know what units are still going. Oh, I moved the Wookiees up here and took like a random pot shot with just the bowcaster in heavy cover. That never works. Oh, we had a weird rules thing where he activated a unit that didn't have an order. He thought it had an order, and he pulled it out of the bag. And I didn't want him to rewind the shot, because if I draw them, then I'm moving, and it just changes the whole course of the game. So I said I would rather have him have pulled that token out, and we'll just say, like, that's the reality that happened. I know Endless said he didn't like that on the stream, but I don't know. I don't really know why. It wasn't really about the die shot. Like, obviously if he cleared this unit, I might have felt differently, and he didn't. But also, it's just like, it's just a feel bad for me, like having him shoot something and then get to take it back. So I would rather just us say that he pulled a core out of the bag, and that's what we did. So that was that B2 shot into these troopers. Only took 2. But again, like a B2 unit is shooting these rebel troopers instead of like my bus. Seems good. T-47, move up and shoot. This must be turn 3. No, it can't be. I was just trying to get to the point where these Wookiees jump out of the bus. Oh yeah, it is turn 3. Alright, so I must have skipped ahead. But man, the Wookiees are still in the bus at the end of turn 3. That's crazy. I mean, in the middle of turn 3. That's probably the slowest I ever played them. Oh no, they have to be out. They must already be they must already be dead. Alright, I skipped too far ahead. Anyway. Oh yeah, they're there. They're right here. We skipped way too far. Yeah, I probably should have planned that better. Anyway, those are my thought processes going through this game. And, in the end, it worked out for me. It was a really close game. Cal City made some mistakes. I probably took, a less optimal strategy, but it was a really hard matchup against a really good player. So I just tried to do my best to make it hard on him and have a little luck, which I got. So good games to Kyle. Great games to everyone at LSO. I had a blast. And, I don't know if I'll do one of these for any of my other games, but I did want to get this done for this. And I'm also in the TTS ladder top cut for last season, so I'll probably do a little bit of my games, like recaps of my games on that if people are interested, because it's a very similar list. It's the 9-point bid with the 2 O pushes, and I'm playing Cowboy Tyrone, which he doesn't stream game. He doesn't allow himself to be on stream, so if people are interested in seeing some of that recap, because I record all my games, I can do that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hyperloops out.